Hello dear students, I am Professor Priya Kulkarni and here we will see one numerical of uh, our quantity surveying contracts and tender subject, and we will solve this numerical by using long wall short wall method as well as by center line method. Okay, and this is very important part in our POCT subject. Okay, so just be attentive and while I am solving or while we are discussing this uh, problem or numerical, you side by side you also note down the few important things that I am telling you. So here in the question we are given one plan. Okay, so it is a 4-room plan and we are having our section for this plan. Okay, so these two things are given. Also the schedule of openings for doors and windows is also given, and the sizes of doors and windows are also given in the schedule of opening part. Okay, so this much part is given and we have to calculate or we have to work out the quantity of following items. Following items are in your exam they will ask you only two items for 2 marks each. Okay, so for 4 marks or in sometimes they will ask you, so each item for calculation of each item you have 2 marks. Okay, so in your MCQ exam also they can ask you this type of questions. Okay, for 2 marks. Okay, so first of all we will solve this numerical by using long wall short wall method, and then we will solve the same numerical with a center line method. Okay, and we'll see what is the difference between two methods. So okay, in previous lecture I have discussed about same numericals, same type of a numerical, and there also we have solved the numerical by using long wall short wall method and center line method. So you also refer that video and then this video. Okay, so first of all what we have to check that the thickness of wall. Okay, so wall thickness is given as 0.30. Okay, just uh, take a note of it. So wall thickness is given as 0.30. So then we will what we are doing in the long wall method, long wall short wall method or PWD method, we are going to uh, see what are the long walls. Long walls means whose dimension is more as compared to other side dimensions. Okay, so if uh, so it is not necessarily any horizontal wall should be long wall and vertical wall should be short wall. So it totally depend upon our the size of room whatever we are having in our plan. Okay, so from our view or from this point plan we have 5 plus 4, so it is 9 in x direction. Okay, and 4 plus 4, that is 8 in y direction. Okay, so 8 and 8 in y direction and 9 in x direction. So we will take horizontal walls as long walls and vertical walls as a short walls. Okay, so for calculation of long wall, length of long wall, we are going to do the or we are calculating the center line length. Okay, center to center distance of these long walls. Okay, so we have 1 2 and 3 long walls and 1 2 3 short walls. Okay, so in this case we will calculate center to center distance. Okay, so 0 0.3 divided by 2 for the center plus 5 plus this center wall we will central wall we will calculate or we will consider the whole. Okay, so 0.3 for that, then 4 and then 0.3 divided by 2. So number of long walls are 3. Okay, then for short walls either we can calculate or either we can consider this 4 meter distance separately, then we'll have 1 2 3 4 5 6 short walls. If we consider 4.3 as the distance. Okay, but what we are going to do here, for we will consider this first, then second and third. Okay, so and then we will calculate the center to center distance. So 8.6 meter is the length of short wall, and numbers are 3, and for long wall we have 9.6 and 3 number of long walls. Okay, so the next step we will calculate the quantities of item, and we will just draw a simple measurement sheet. Okay, so this is the format of measurement sheet. So what is there in the measurement sheet? It is item number, description of item, number, length, width, height and quantity. Okay, so just sequential, just remember it in sequential manner. Okay, then we will calculate quantities of each items in detail. Okay, so first item is our earthwork. So earthwork in excavation in foundation. So and we will calculate it for length of long wall separately, then for short wall separately, and then we will add up the two quantities together to get the total quantity of one particular item. So in long wall and short wall method, what we are going to do, we have calculated this center to center length. Okay, so we have calculated this center to center length. Then for long wall we will add width of atom. Okay, one width of atom. So one width means what? One whole width. So 0.3, 0.7, 0.8. So whatever is the atom that we are calculating, so we will add one width of atom to the this center to center distance of long wall. Okay, so we will add for long wall, and for short wall we will subtract one width. Okay, so in for the short wall we will take center to center distance of short wall minus one width of atom. So this is the main highlighting part of our long wall and short wall method. Okay, for long wall we will add one width, and for short wall we will subtract one width. Okay, then earthwork in excavation. So just always just be vigilant with the dimensions. You have to you if in one particular dimension is not there in the plan or in section and it is not given, then you are free to assume it. Okay, but in our given section we have all the dimensions given, so we doesn't have to assume anything. Okay, so width. Now what we are going to do, we are going to do excavation. Okay, so this is the excavation pit required for this foundation. Okay, so what will be the width of this excavation pit? Okay, 1 meter. Okay, and what will be the depth of this excavation pit? From below the ground level. Okay, so depth of footing is not directly given, so what we are going to do, we will add up these lengths, 0.2 plus 0.3 plus 0.3 plus 0.4 plus 0.2. Okay, likewise, so we will add up all these things and we'll get the depth of footing. For width we have 1 meter width, and length we will separately do for long wall and short wall. Okay, so also earthwork is measured in cubic meter. Okay, so all the quantities are there. So for long wall, just see here, 9.6 plus 1. Okay, so here we have added one width, and for short wall we have subtracted one width. Okay, so 9.6 plus 1 is equals to 10.6, and 8.6 minus 1 is equals to 7.6. So this is the long wall and short wall length. Now number, so number here it comes for the long wall. So now long walls total we have 3, and short walls total we have 3. Okay, so 3 individually. Then length, the same thing, here we have calculated, will be entered in this length column. Okay, then width. So for the width purpose we have considered or we have taken 1 meter width. for this excavation pit. Okay, and height, here height will be the addition of all these things. Okay, so I have to write it here 1.2 1.2. Okay, so 1.2 1.2 will be the height for this excavation pit. Okay, so and then by calculation we'll get the quantity of our total earthwork in excavation. Okay, then moving towards this uncoached rubble masonry. Okay, for uncoached rubble masonry we have three steps. Okay, this is step 1, this is step 2, and this is step 3. So for each rectangle we will calculate separately. Okay, the height or thickness part, width part is given, length we will do with the long wall and short wall thing. Okay, now here for each step we have different width. So for first step we have 0.7, this purple thing. Okay, for first step we have 0.7 meter width, for second step we have 0.6 meter width, and for third step we have 0.4 meter width. Then we will calculate it for stepwise for first long walls. Okay, so for long wall we will add these widths whatever is given in their steps. Okay, and for short wall we will subtract this widths. Okay, a number part will be the same. Okay, length part is same that we have calculated from here. Okay, and then for width part it is 0.7 0.6 whatever is there in the section, and for thickness or height part we will take, for first step we have 0.3 meter, for second step we have 0.3, and for fourth step we have 0.4 meter width of thickness of step. Okay, so accordingly we will take these measurements and we will calculate the quantity of uncoached rubble masonry for each item. Okay, for each step, and then we will add up to get the total quantity of uncoached rubble masonry, and this is calculated in cubic meter only. Okay, then the third step or third part is PCC bed 1:4:8 in foundation. So for long wall and short wall we will take what is the PCC bed. So PCC bed we have this rectangle, small rectangle, we have 1 meter width for it, and 0.20 is the thickness or height of this PCC bed. Okay, then for getting the long walls we will add 1 meter, and for getting the short walls we will add 1 meter. Okay, then numbers 3 3, same length, width 1 meter, and height will be 0.2. Then we will add up for long wall and short wall to get this total quantity as 10.92 cubic meter. Okay, then moving towards the fourth item number. So fourth item is the damp proofing course. Now here damp proofing course is measured in square meter. Okay, the thickness is very less, or height of this damp proofing course is very less. It is given as 2 centimeters, so it will not hamper our dimensions or calculations. So we will calculate DPC in square meter. Okay, in square meter. So we will keep height or thickness part blank. Okay, we will mark it there dash. Okay, just don't write 0 over there. Okay, just put a keep it blank, or just dash it. Okay, then we will calculate long wall. Now just see in the section what is the width for this damp proofing course. Damp proofing course is exactly below the wall. Okay, so it is exactly below the wall in between these floors. Okay, so we will take width of damp proofing course as 0.3. Okay, then what is the length we will calculate for long walls and short walls, and height part we will keep blank. Okay, so we will add this 0.3 for long wall, getting long wall, and we will subtract 0.3 for getting short wall. Okay, so numbers will be same, length width will get this quantity of damp proofing course. Then this damp proofing course is not provided below the sills of wall, okay, below the door sills. So we will subtract this quantity of doors from this uh, total 16.37 value. Okay, so this from schedule of doors and openings we will get this quantity or width and height of these doors and windows. Okay, and then we will subtract this quantity of, or we will deduct. Okay, so these are known as deductions. Okay, so we will deduct this quantity from this total quantity to get the final quantity of damp proofing course. Okay, now next is very important part, that is brickwork in superstructure. Okay, this is most asked question in your exam, brickwork. So for brickwork, what is important that it is the deduction part. Okay, so deduction part is very important in the calculation of brickwork in superstructure. So what is, first of all we'll see what is the width of what is the height of wall. Okay, so 0.3 meter wall thickness. Okay, so width of wall we'll consider it as 0.3 and floor to floor height is given as 3 meter. Okay, so see here, floor to floor height is given as 3 meter, so we will consider 3 meter height, and we will calculate long walls by adding 0.3 and short wall by subtracting 0.3. Okay, 0.3 is the width, 3 meter is the floor to floor height. Okay, so this is the quantity of long wall and short wall. Then for deduction, so just consider one wall and there it is a doors and windows, so we have to subtract. Okay, there we doesn't provide any wall, we will keep it as opening, or we will consider that as a opening. So here we will deduct doors and window quantity to get the quantity of long walls, uh, to get the quantity of brickwork. Okay, so what you have to do here, just see what are the numbers of doors are. Okay, so we have d1, d1, d1. Okay, so this is d, this is main door is d, and other three doors are d1. Okay, dimensions are given here, and windows. Okay, these two are w2 and remaining four windows are having w1, so dimensions are given here. Okay, and these doors and windows are fit, are embedded in the wall. Okay, so are embedded in the wall, so that's why we will consider 0.3 meter width. Okay, now likewise we will consider this reduction for doors and windows. Okay, then we will calculate the quantity of deduction for door and window. Next thing is lintel. So what is lintel? Lintel is the, is provided above the doors and windows. Okay, to prevent the to prevent from rainfall and excessive sun. Okay, so what we will calculate, we have given the width or length part. Okay, in the schedule of doors and openings, and lintel bearing. Okay, this point 1 what I have shown here, 0.1 meter offset or projection is not given, so we will assume it. Okay, and sorry, and the thickness of lintel is given 0.15 meter. Okay, so we will consider it as in height part 0.3 meters, same, because this lintel part is also embedded in the wall. Okay, so 0.3 meter is the width, and for length, for getting the length we will add 0.2 in this calculations. Okay, so 1.2 meter is the uh, length of this door D, so 1.2 plus 0.1 0.1. Okay, so 1.4 will be the length for this D1. Okay, then secondly for D1 we have given 0.9 meter is the length. Okay, so 0.9 plus 0.2, this is 1.1, it is 1.1. Okay, so likewise we will consider this for windows also, and we will calculate all this quantity for deduction. Okay, for deduction, then we will subtract this deduction part from this brickwork with 49.14 minus deduction, that is 6.706. Okay, we'll get the quantity of brickwork. Clear? Then next we have plastering. So we have internal plastering and we have external plastering over here. So for external plastering, main thing, plastering is measured in square meter. Okay, the height or thickness, sorry, the width part is doesn't play important role. Height we will consider because we have floor to floor height 3 meter. Okay, length part we will consider, but the thickness part or width part we will not consider here, so we will keep that part blank or dash. Okay, then moving towards the length and height part, height is given 0.3, directly we will keep 3 meter. Then what is main thing in plastering is that for external plastering we will calculate out to out dimensions. Okay, we will calculate out to out dimensions. So we have center to center distance, that is 9.6 and 8.6. Okay, so plus 0.3 we will add there and we will get 9.9 by 8.9 meter long walls and short wall. Okay, out to out distance. And here for number we will keep it 2. Okay, so this, just see this diagram, 1 minute, just see this diagram. So there are 2 short walls and these 2 are the long walls. Okay, so here we have kept it 2. Okay, now the main thing in the brickwork, as a brickwork there is a main thing, reduction in plastering work also. Okay, so there is highlighting part of this reduction in the plastering. So for doors and windows, so just consider this once again the plan. Okay, so this door D1 is there, we have to consider in the external plastering, and similarly we have to consider it in the internal plastering, only this main door. Okay, the remaining doors, this D1, this D1 and this D1, these 3 doors are totally internal doors. Okay, these 3 doors are totally internal doors, but only one door, that is D1, we have to consider here also in the internal plastering, and we have to consider in the external plastering. So what we will do here, we will consider half deduction in the external plastering and half deduction in the internal plastering. Similarly for all these windows, they are internally and externally. Okay, so for internal plastering we will consider half the windows, and for external plastering we will consider half the windows. Okay, then we will get, when we will deduct one whole window. Okay, so what we will do, simply just whatever the doors and windows are there, internal and external, so just consider those. And now here, just see here, this door D, main door, is there, only we have to consider. Okay, other doors are internal doors, so we doesn't have to consider those internal doors. Clear? So we will consider half reduction over here. Okay, we will consider one half. Okay, so half we will consider here, and what will be the length and height, so that is already given in our schedule of doors and opening part. Okay, so we will consider that part. Similarly for window W1 we have 4 windows. Okay, so 4 divided by 2 will get 2 windows, we will subtract 2 windows over here. And for W2 we have 2 windows. Okay, so that's why we will consider 1 window over here. Okay, other dimensions are given in schedule and doors and opening. Okay, then we will deduct these openings from the quantity of external plastering to get this quantity in square meter. Okay, so this plastering quantity we have calculated in square meter. Clear? Then for internal plastering, what we will consider here, just see here, for one particular uh, so we have here, just see this section, we have 2 identical rooms, this 5 by 4 and 5 by 4. Okay, so there are two rooms. Then 4 by 4 and 4 by 4, there are two rooms. Okay, clear? Then we will consider here into in dimension. For internal plastering, we will consider into in dimension of the room. Okay, so we will calculate the perimeter. Okay, we will calculate the perimeter. So how to get the perimeter? 2 times a plus b. Okay, now here a and b are the dimensions of our room, so we will get the length and numbers, the two rooms. Okay, two rooms of 5 by 4 meter and two rooms of the 4 by 4 meter. Okay, then in the height part we will keep 3 meter 3 meter. Okay, then we will calculate this thing, and this deduction part. Okay, let's be clear with the deduction part. See what we have done here, we'll do the exactly same way. Just consider whatever the doors and windows are coming internally. Okay, and just deduct those doors and windows from this internal plastering to get the total quantity of internal plastering in square meter. Clear? Then for flooring we have very simple thing. What we are going to do, we will provide flooring for this room internally. Okay, so just consider length and width. Also flooring is measured in square meter, because height or thickness part is very minimum, 0.2 or 0.3 likewise. Okay, so that doesn't play any important role, and we will measure this flooring part in square meter. So just length and width, that's it. Calculate it for separate rooms, room 1 2 3 4, and just calculate the quantity of floor. uh, Deduction part is not there in the flooring. Okay, just calculate the quantity total. Okay, for flooring. Okay, so this part we will we have calculated by using long walls and short walls. Okay, then next we will calculate the same thing or same quantities by using center line method. Okay, this is very simple. Center line method is simple as compared to long wall short wall method, as the calculations can be done in only one line, so it is time consuming, and chances of mistakes are very less, as there are very less calculations. Okay, so for center line method, what we will do, we will draw the center line plan. We will draw simple line plan. Okay, then we will calculate the center to center distance of the walls. Okay, now the main part, or we have to consider in the center line method is, we have to calculate number of junctions. Junctions means the three walls or four walls meeting at one particular junction. Okay, so for this purpose we will consider only 3 or 4 walls meeting. Okay, just don't consider where 2 walls meeting, that cannot form any junction. Okay, only 3 and 4 walls meeting at one say common junction, so just consider those junctions only. So for our this given case, we have 1 2 3 4 and 5 junctions. Okay, then we will calculate the length by using center line method, as length of atom is equals to total length minus 1/2 into n into width of atom. Okay, so n is the number of junctions, width of atom means what atom we are considering, that width, that is for brickwork, floor, earthwork, in excavation, PCC, likewise. Okay, and total length is the length that we will calculate here. Okay, so for this total length, what we will do, we will consider the center to center length into number of walls. So this 9.6, let's see here, this 9.6, just don't consider long and short walls, just do random calculations and just consider all the walls in the calculation. Okay, so 1 2 3. Okay, so we have 3 number of walls having distance 9.6. Then for another walls 1 2. Okay, this wall will consider here only, this wall will consider here. Okay, 2 and 3. Or we have same identical dimension, that is 4. Okay, we will consider 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so we will consider here 6 number of walls are having 4-meter distance. Okay, so you can do it any way, but just consider all the walls. Okay, then just form or draw the measurement sheet that we have calculated in the previous method also. Just draw, make sure all the dimensions are there in the meter. Okay, so first item is earthwork in excavation. So first thing we'll do here is the calculation of length. So total length is 54.6. Okay, minus 1/2. Okay, into n is the number of junctions 5 into width of atom 1. Okay, so by doing these calculations we get the 52.1 meter length of wall. So we'll keep it over here. Number we will keep 1. Okay, because now number of walls we have considered in the calculation of this total length. Okay, so we doesn't have to consider again number of walls. Width 1 and height is 1.2 here again. So we'll get the quantity of earthwork. Then for rubber masonry, similar we have done in the Lockall-Shotwell method, that we have calculated for separate step. Okay, for each step. So step 1, step 2, step 3. Just what will be the change in all these calculations? There is n will be 5 for all the time, total length will be 54.6 for all the calculation. This only thing changing is the width of atom. Okay, for each particular step just consider separately the width, whatever is the width of atom. Okay, and respective height. Okay, and calculate the quantity of uncoarse rubble masonry. Okay, similar way we will consider PCC. So for PCC bed we have width 1 and height 0.2. Okay, DPC is measured here is also square meter. Okay, DPC in square meter. Same thing we are going to do. Width of atom for DPC is 0.3. We will keep this height part dash. We will calculate this quantity, and deductions we consider for doors. Okay, below the door sills we doesn't provide DPC course. Similarly for brickwork, okay, width is 0.3. Other things remaining same, deductions remaining same. Okay, so this and the flooring and plastering. Okay, we have to consider this part. We will consider this Longo-Shotwell method for earthwork, post rubble masonry, PCC bed, then for DPC course and brickwork. Okay, for calculation of plastering work and flooring work we doesn't have to consider any method. We have done it by the simple calculations. Okay, by a simple considering perimeter and height. Okay, we have not considered any walls here. Okay, so these methods are not applicable for this plastering and flooring work. So here we will complete our this numerical, and if you have any doubts regarding this numerical, then you can directly ask me anytime. Okay, thank you.